Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm so excited to film today's video. I am sharing Adam and my engagement story with you. It's been a couple of months now since we got engaged back in April in Thailand, and today we are going to pick my engagement ring, which is all part of the story that I'll come on to. And so I thought, what better time to sit down, play with some new makeup and tell you our engagement story. Oh my gosh, I have just dreamt for so long of having an engagement story to tell. So I'm very excited to be sitting down and filming this video. So if you want to hear all about how we got engaged, then stick around. I am going to be filming a wedding series, which again we'll talk about a little bit more later. So if you are here for the wedding content alongside the plus size fashion, the travel vlogging, the lifestyle, just sharing my life in general, and you aren't already subscribed, then please do press subscribe and stick around because there's so much fun stuff to come. I cannot wait to get started on the wedding content. So I'm gonna do my makeup and get ready whilst we're talking about this. I'm probably not going to talk through all the products I'm using, so I'll link them down in my description, but I did get sent some new products from Merit that we will be testing for the first time. So let me just tell you about these real quick and then we'll get on into the story. So this is the collection that they've sent me. It's in collaboration with Tove, and this is the second collaboration that they've done with Tove. It comes with this bag which you can tie in different ways to style it a little bit shorter or a little bit longer, and then we've got 4 products inside. This is £119, and then alongside the little bag you get 4 products, so we're going to use all of these on my face today. So I'll give you a really quick overview of the products now, but we'll use them as I go. So we've got the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, which I already have and love, so I'm very excited to have a top up because I've nearly used mine all up. We've got the Flush Balm Cheek Colour, which I've heard a lot about, so I'm very excited to try this. We've got the Day Glow Highlighting Balm, which is like a stick highlighter, and then we've got a Signature Lip, a lightweight matte lipstick. We will use all of these on my face today, and I'll leave the link down in the description in case you want to pick up this collection or anything from Merit yourself. So let's start off with the serum. Like I said, I've already got this and mine is about this full, so I'm very excited to have another one. It's one of those that you have to shake to combine the liquids, and I like to use this before makeup. I've got dry skin and it really beautifully hydrates my skin, so it's a very much a serum. Like you can see, it's very liquidy, so just be aware of that when you're putting it on, but it gives my skin the most beautiful drink of hydration and glow before I put my foundation on. Where do I even start? I should have written down some notes to make sure that I cover everything, but hey ho. First of all, I need to push this hair out of my face. So start with the primer. Adam and I have been together for nearly 10 years. In fact, it's our 10-year anniversary in 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks, which is just madness to me. I have been with Adam for basically a third of my life, which is just amazing. We've literally grown up together, which is the coolest thing. We got together when I had just turned 21. So I spent the entirety of my 20s with him, and before that we were actually friends. We went to university together. Adam used to put on gigs and I used to play at them. I don't really play music too much anymore, but I used to be a singer-songwriter, and I used to go and cry about how sad my life was and how mean boys were and how hard everything was as a 18, 19, 20-year-old girlie. And Adam used to put on gigs, like I said, and I used to go and play them, and he was a year above me at uni and we had similar friendship circles, so we were like acquaintances. I wouldn't say we would like hang out by ourselves, but our groups collided whilst we were at university. Sorry, I just had to change my battery because it was dying already. Where was I? Yeah, we met at university, we eventually became friends, and then the rest is history. And we've been together ever since, which, as I said, just blows my mind. The fact that anyone has put up with me for 10 years just blows my little mind away. So I have probably been ready to get married for a very long time. I know it's not every little girl's dream to get married, but it has been this little girl's dream. So I've been wanting to get married for a very long time, but I always knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. So we went on this big trip to Dubai, Singapore and Thailand in April, which we vlogged. Most of the vlogs are up now. We've got Dubai, Singapore, Bangkok, Koh Samui are all up. There's 2 more vlogs to come, so they will be coming very, very soon. So if you want to see the trip that we took, you can. It's all documented. So we went on this trip and it was a few days after my sister's wedding. My sister Layla got married and it was so beautiful. Oh, she had the most incredible wedding. Everyone was asking me before we went if I thought we would be getting engaged on this holiday, and I said I was 90% sure that we weren't. I think for a couple of reasons. One, I've always assumed that I would guess when it's going to happen because I'm not very good at being surprised. I usually have a good inkling that something's going on or just have like a spider sense, and I just thought like there's no way Adam would be able to hide something that big from me. And my sister had just got married like the week before, and also our 10-year anniversary is coming up. So I had it in my mind that it would happen this year, but it would be on our 10-year anniversary. So I went into the trip thinking it could happen, but I really, really didn't think it would. I literally told all my friends, like, don't get excited. It isn't happening. It's not happening on this trip. So we get to Dubai. Dubai was the first stop on our trip, and this is where the story of we're going to pick my ring today starts to come into the picture. So you may or may not relate to this, but I have always wanted to be somewhat involved in picking my engagement ring. I know that it's a lot more common these days. Some people send pictures of what they want or tell their partners or tell their friends, or I know people that have gone to pick their ring together before getting engaged, but I always knew that I wanted to be somewhat involved in picking my engagement ring. It's a lot of pressure for a partner to be able to know exactly what you want and exactly what you want to wear on your finger for hopefully the rest of your life. And I would have been over the moon with anything Adam picked, but I didn't want him to feel that pressure. So I've always said to him, look, this is an idea of what I want. If you think you would enjoy the process of picking and that it's something important to you to do, please, whenever we do get engaged, feel free to do that. But if it's going to cause you any stress or any worry, I'm not opposed to, whenever we get engaged, you proposing without a ring and us going and picking the ring together. I'm looking for my concealer brush everywhere and I cannot find it, so let's just continue with this brush. So Adam has known for a long time that I would be very open and probably quite interested in being involved in the process. There's so many little details in the ring that I just thought it would be so like beautiful for us to make those decisions together. But I never knew, he never said, yes, this is what I'm going to do. It was always like up in the air as to whether he would pick a ring or we would pick a ring together. He knew that I was quite open and quite interested in being involved. I also, there's a lot of backstory for you guys to know. This is not going to be a quick video. I've been quite set in what I wanted in an engagement ring for about 5 years. And Adam knew what that was. Every friend in my life knew what that was. Everybody he could potentially ask for advice knew what ring I wanted. Until about 18 months ago when I started to change what I wanted in a ring. So I had told Adam, just so you're aware, what I want in a ring has changed. So if you ever get to the point where you're planning on proposing, speak to these people in my life because they know what I want. So when we were in Dubai, this is where he completely threw me off the scent. we were in the mall and we walked past a jeweler, and Adam said to me, why don't you show me what has changed in what you want in an engagement ring? This man knew what he was doing. This man threw me off the scent entirely, because the second he said that 5-10% chance that I had in my mind that he might have proposed on this holiday vanished. Absolutely vanished. There was no second thought in my brain that this man was proposing on this holiday. He completely threw me off the scent. So from that point on, there was no idea in my mind that he would be proposing. Then that night, or the night after, I can't remember exactly, we went into the desert in Dubai. And Adam, it's so obvious now what was going on. But I remember Adam being so excited to see the stars in the desert. Now that's not too abnormal, that makes sense. But I also remember the disappointment and frustration he had that the stars weren't as clear as he was hoping they would be. Now what it turns out is, unbeknownst to me, he had my wedding ring, which again we'll come on to in a moment, in his pocket in the desert in Dubai, and he was waiting for that perfect moment under the stars in the desert to propose, and bless him, the stars were too disappointing and he decided that that was not the time. It's so sweet thinking back now that he was going through this journey that I had no idea about whatsoever the whole time that we were there. And he had the engagement ring in his pocket, the wedding ring, in his pocket, and I had no idea, which is just amazing, because for him to keep it from me, he did very, very well. He did incredibly well. The next place we went to was Singapore. Now Singapore was a really, really special trip to us because Adam grew up, well, spent part of his life growing up in Singapore. So his teen years he lived in Singapore. And I'd always thought, imagine if we got engaged in Singapore, how special would that be? Like the place that he grew up. And again, I'd been thrown off the scent already. I didn't think it was going to happen, and nothing in Singapore led me to believe that it was going to happen in Singapore. But it turned out that he did have a backup plan for us to get engaged in Singapore, but again, it didn't work out. He was going to take me to this really special to him location, but because of what we ended up doing whilst we were in Singapore, we didn't end up going there. So once again, his plan was foiled. So we didn't get engaged in Singapore. And then we went to Bangkok for a few days, and there was definitely no point in Bangkok that we were going to get engaged. It was so much fun, but it was not like a romantic situation. We went to the world's biggest water fight, so we were not getting engaged in Bangkok. And again, like I said, after Dubai, the thought was out of my mind. And then we went to Koh Samui, and we stayed in the most incredible hotel I've ever been in my entire life. The vlog for Koh Samui went live the other day, and I showed you this hotel room. So if you want to see it, check it out, but I'll put some clips on the screen. We had a room that was on the beach, and there was a pool that just was accessible by this, I think it was 6 rooms on the beach. So we had the rooms, the pool, the beach, and each room had access into this pool. Now, we were so lucky with this pool because other than on the first day that we were there, nobody was using this pool. We had it entirely to ourselves, which was incredible, and also becomes a very funny moment in our engagement story. So remember this, we had this beautiful pool to ourselves the entire time that we were there, apart from on the first day. And we lived in that pool. We literally spent as much time as we could in that pool. Gonna just pause very slightly because I'm gonna give this blusher a go. So this is the Flush Balm Cheek colour in the shade Cheeky. So this is how it looks. I really love the packaging. And then that's a gorgeous colour. It's like a domed stick blush. Let's do a little swatch. That looks so pretty. Am I going to just put this straight on my cheek, or am I going to use a brush? Let's use a brush first, because then that's the safest way to test out. I absolutely love this colour, so let's see. That is so pretty. I really like this colour. And of course my neighbour has decided to mow his lawn as I'm filming. Thank you very much. I think that is the most gorgeous blush shade on me. I really, really like that. And I think going in with the brush was the perfect way to apply this. Ooh, I feel like I might need this in a few more shades, because that was just so easy to apply. I struggle a bit with cream products sometimes, so I was a little bit nervous, but I think that is so super pretty. And then we do have a cream highlighter, so we'll just use that now before we jump back into the story. So the highlighter we got is the Day Glow Highlighting Balm, and I picked the shade Carver. This is, I like this packaging. So this is what she looks like. It's a gorgeous champagne shade, which I think is going to be perfect for my skin tone. I love with highlighters that really like lit from within kind of look. I don't like a glittery sparkly highlighter, and I think that that is going to do that perfectly. I'm going to go in with my finger so we can be a bit more precise with this. That is a really, really pretty glow. I think that that is super pretty. It's not the most blinding highlight, but that's what I like. I like more subtle highlight that does, you know, when you catch the side of your face in the light, they're like, oh, okay, that's pretty, but it's not like obvious smack bang in your face. I really, really like that. I think that's so pretty, and it's blended in with the blush just perfectly. So yeah, these are a winning combination for me, which is very exciting. So where was I? We were in this hotel spending, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Need a Nude palette. We were in this hotel spending all of our time in the pool, as much as we could anyway, in between going on all of our adventures. And we, on our second day, were meant to go to an elephant sanctuary. Now, elephants are my favourite animal in the world, apart from Summer. Summer is the exception. Summer's our puppy. And I've always dreamt of going to an elephant sanctuary, which again is in the Koh Samui vlog. If you want to see that, I would highly recommend, because honestly, it was literally, for so many reasons, the best day of my entire life. So we were meant to go to the elephant sanctuary on like the second day, but they had a problem with their electricity and their water, so we ended up going the day after, and we ended up going in the morning. And just the most incredible experience. So special. Whilst I was at the elephant sanctuary, I bought some souvenirs, and one of the things that I bought was a little wooden elephant. I'll pop it up on the screen. So I bought this little wooden elephant because I wanted to have a souvenir in our house to remind me of that super special day. So when we got back from the elephant sanctuary, we were hot and we were a little bit tired, and so we thought, let's just spend the afternoon in the pool, which we did. We were in the pool for hours and hours and hours, and then the sun started to set, and it was literally the beginning of the sunset. It wasn't quite there yet, but you could see the sun was starting to go down. And Adam said something a bit strange to me. He said, I got you a little present the other day. Don't get too excited. It's just something from 7-Eleven, which is like the sort of corner shop that they have in Thailand. It's just something from 7-Eleven. Do you want it now, or do you want it when the sun's setting? And I said, well, give it me when the sun's setting. I love creating moments and memories. So I was like, okay, if you've got me a sweet treat, give it to me when the sun's setting. Let's make the most of this moment. And so he said, okay, fine. Then the sun started to set, and when I tell you, it was the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen in your entire life. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about this. The sun started to set, and Adam said, okay, turn around, face the ocean, shut your eyes, and when I come back, open your mouth and I'll give you your sweet treat. He went inside and he was taking forever forever. I could hear him rustling around and just making a racket inside. I was like, what the heck is going on? Now, I have to admit, in my brain at this moment, I was thinking, imagine if this is the moment. I wasn't thinking this is going to be the moment. I was more thinking this would have been the perfect moment. This would have been so beautiful, because in terms of a proposal, I always wanted it to be really private and personal. I didn't want a public proposal. I didn't want anyone around. I didn't want like a big grand gesture. All I wanted was it to be something personal that meant something to us. So I was there with my eyes shut in the pool on the beach, thinking to myself, imagine, like, I would have loved this to be the moment. But I wasn't thinking that it would be. I wasn't thinking it would be. I was thinking I would love it if it was. Eventually, Adam came out and he said, turn around but keep your eyes shut. So I turned around, kept my eyes shut. He got in the pool, came up to me and he said, open your mouth. Now this is perfect for me. This is what I wanted, a story that was individual and perfect to me, because I love sweets and I love it. Like, if you go to the shop, I'm like, oh, bring me back a little treat sometimes. Not every time, but sometimes. And I don't know, like, food is the way to my heart. So this was like perfect and just so personal to me. So he got in the pool, he walked up to me, said, turn around and open your mouth. And the man stuck a lollipop in my mouth. The man put a lollipop in my mouth. Any hopes and dreams I had of this being the moment we got engaged were gone. It wasn't happening. And this is important because I always wanted my engagement to be a surprise, but I never thought that it would be. So I'm stood there with this lollipop in my mouth and I open my eyes and Adam was stood there in the pool with the sunset behind us with a lollipop in my mouth. And he was stood there with the little elephant figurine that I had picked at the elephant sanctuary. And he was stood there with the elephant in his hand with my wedding ring hanging on the trunk. And he asked me to marry him. And it was the most perfect proposal I could have ever dreamed of. Now, I went into shock because I was not expecting in any way, shape or form that when I opened my eyes, he was going to be stood there with a ring. In my mind, I stood there for about 5 minutes, like, before I said anything. I think in reality it was probably about 30 seconds, but the world just stood still for a minute. And yeah, it was literally perfect. I would not change a thing. So obviously I said yes. I don't know if I said yes straight away because I went into shock, but I did say yes. And we were engaged. And yeah, so exciting. The funny thing, before I talk about the ring, the funniest thing about it was, and it wouldn't be us if something didn't go to plan or something funny happened. You know how I was saying, apart from the first day, nobody came to that pool area. Tell me why our neighbours got their room and opened up the door to come and look out at the pool for the first time. Like, they were checking into their room, opened up the door, stuck their head around just to have a look at the pool. At the exact moment Adam said, will you marry me? Of course that was what was going to happen. And now I love that because it just adds to the story. And like, we're not very serious as a couple. Like, I mean, we are in a serious relationship, but we're not very serious people together. We laugh, we joke, we're very, very silly. And so there had to be some silly elements like the lollipop and the neighbours popping their head around. There was no way that it would be us without some kind of silliness happening in the situation. So literally that was perfect. I couldn't have asked for any better of a proposal. Like I said, for me, like personally, my worst nightmare would be like getting engaged in a restaurant or in a really public place. Some people love that. For some people, that's their dream. Everyone wants something different. But I've always wanted it to be a really private, sentimental, personal moment. And that's exactly what I got. So let's scoot on back to the ring. So this is my ring. I absolutely love it. I'll pop a close-up on screen so that you can see it. This is my wedding band. So Adam was very clever in throwing me off the scent, but it was also quite true. He did need to know what I wanted in an engagement ring because he didn't have my engagement ring. He had decided that he wouldn't propose with my engagement ring. We could go and pick that together. He instead picked this ring, which is my wedding band, which I love with the entirety of my heart. It is perfect. Like, I said to Adam, like, I would have never have picked this for a wedding band, but I could not now imagine anything more perfect. It is everything I could hope for in a ring. It is literally me in a ring. So he probably would have got the engagement ring perfect, but I'm so excited to be part of the process of picking my engagement ring. So the plan is Adam proposed me with my wedding band, and we are in the process of designing my engagement ring together. And when I get my engagement ring, I will be giving Adam back the wedding band until the day of our wedding, when we will get married with it. And I just love that. It's so full circle. We got engaged with this ring and then we're going to get married with this ring. And that just feels completely right to me. It's such a personal process. Everything about this process is so personal and individual, and what's right for me is not going to be right for someone else, but this was perfectly right for me. So we, over the past couple of months, have been to visit a few jewelers. We've been looking at rings, trying to figure out together what I want, and I think that's so beautiful that we are literally designing it together, and there's going to be both of our thoughts in this ring, which, I don't know, I absolutely love. And I'm pretty much there with the ring. We're just going to see one last jeweler today to see what they have to offer and what they would do in terms of the design. And then we're going to lock in with our chosen designer and get my ring made. And then I have to give back my wedding ring, which I'm kind of sad about. It feels like it's a part of me now, but I love that when we do get married, I will get the ring back and I will wear it for the rest of my life. This whole thing is the most exciting thing for me. I have been, for the longest time, so excited about planning a wedding. Now, I'm not naive. I know it's going to be stressful, but I've always dreamt of the wedding planning process. So I am going to share that journey with you. It's going to be a little bit sporadic because we're not planning to get married until summer 2026. So we wanted 2 years to enjoy the planning process, to try and avoid it being as stressful as it could be, to save up, because one thing I'm learning very, 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 very quickly is just how expensive weddings are. So we wanted to give ourselves time so that we can enjoy planning and alleviate as much stress as possible. So we're going to get married in summer 2026. So we've got 2 years to plan this wedding. So the videos are probably going to be a bit sporadic, but we will be taking you along on this journey to seeing venues, to making all the different decisions that we make along this journey. So let me know in the comments if you do want to see that. I really, really, really want to document that for myself as well as for you guys, so that I can look back. I have got glitter all over my face, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I can look back for years to come and see that journey. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see that. Let me just finish up my eyeshadow and then we'll try on the lipstick and I'll wrap up this story. I think we're gonna have to excuse the fact that I got eyeshadow all over my face. I can't multitask. This is what happens when I try and talk and do something else at the same time. I also just got mascara all over my face, which for someone who does their makeup pretty much every day, happens pretty much every day. So the last product we have to try is the Signature Lip Lightweight Matte Mascara Lipstick in the shade Power, which is this beautiful red shade. Oh, I love this packaging. How beautiful is this packaging? Oh, it's a deep, beautiful red. Let's give this a swatch. It's got like a touch of like pink to it, or blue to it maybe, I don't know, but it's not like a brick red, it's a deeper, really pretty red. So yeah, that is the story of how we got engaged. We spent the rest of that holiday in absolute bliss, in joy and love and happiness and excitement, and it was perfect. We went out for a beautiful meal on the beach that night and just soaked in the love and joy, like I was just saying. Like, it was so magical. It made the best holiday of my life even better, and I didn't think that was possible. That is the story of how we got engaged. Like I said, in fact, let me put this lipstick on before I continue talking, because I cannot put lipstick on and talk. Let's see. Oh, that is a pretty shade. That's really pigmented. That's how the lipstick's looking. It is, for a matte lipstick, a very comfortable matte. It doesn't feel like it's going to be too drying or anything like that, but it feels like it's going to be long lasting. So really, really excited. I don't wear red all the time, but I do love a red lip with a black liquid liner, sort of cat eye situation. I really do enjoy that look, so I'll definitely be doing that very, very soon. So this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. You will have to let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about like the engagement or the wedding or anything like that, because I will definitely do a Q&A soon. And let me know what kind of wedding content you would like to see as we go through this journey, because I'm so excited to start creating that. We've got our first venue viewing next weekend, so there'll be a venue viewing video vlog coming very soon. But yeah, I'll definitely do a Q&A. So anything you want to know, let me know. Also, any tips you have for a newbie bride who is about to start her wedding planning journey, I would love to learn from all your wisdom, because I think I've got a lot to learn. Anything you wish you did or anything you wish you did differently, any advice, any tips, tricks, anything that you want to share, please let me know in the comments, because I'm so excited to start this journey. Honestly, so excited. So thank you to Merit for sending me these gorgeous goodies to try. Thank you guys again for all the incredible love and support that you've shown Adam and I, especially when we announced our engagement. It was just, reading all the comments filled me with so much joy and just so much gratitude for how incredible you all are. So yeah, thank you so much again. I'm going to wrap this up because we have to leave in 10 minutes to go to our appointment with the jewellers. I will, of course, show you my engagement ring once I've got it. I'm so excited about it. I think you're going to love it. I hope you're going to love it. I'm going to love it, and that's all that matters. It's not all that matters, but it's the most important thing. I am, yeah, just living in this bubble of excitement at the moment, and I cannot wait to go on this journey and to take you guys on it with me. So thank you so much for watching. All the links to everything I've tried will be in the description in case anything takes your fancy, and I'll leave my link to Merit and to this beautiful collaboration. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.